A Uncle Buck. A Stacy. Holly. Go. Same as usual. Life continues. There. 22, apparently. 22 and mostly cloudy. Fan arriving tomorrow and it looks like a turbojet engine. Well, hopefully it'll help you feel cool. Hey, Django. 120 pounds. Spreadsheet waves make me. It is very hot in Britain, yeah, in the UK. Europe in general, I think. $44 in France, yeah. $23.74 here. Yeah. I said 22 here. Be what, like 70 or something? I don't know. 36 where you live? Oof. Oof. Let's be fair, Canada's probably, or Ontario's probably going to start getting up there pretty soon. Then it'll be much longer before Canada's into the 30s. Every time I stand up, I'm going blind. My hearing goes muffled. Dying wasn't on my 2026 bingo card. I mean, maybe it should have been. What did I do, Uncle Buck? Or were you talking to? Were you talking to someone else? Who did what? Hey, Shelley. You're observant. I'm very much not. You, what did I do? I'm not observant. Clearly. You're not telling? Why, have you already forgotten what I did too? Went to Vegas for 4th of July. Nice. There's a dream. Sexy 60s in the city. '60s Fahrenheit isn't too bad. Yeah, '60s Fahrenheit, I could probably handle that. You're ready for snow? Can have a blast. That's why they call you Mr. Fahrenheit. No one calls me Mr. Fahrenheit. Last thing I purchased. Groceries. What type of groceries? Edible ones. Your mom, yeah. Uncle Buck's mom, yeah. Freezer is loaded with Rice Krispie squares. Nice. Rice Krispie squares are good. Already diabetic, why not? Not frozen. Nah, yeah, not frozen. Maybe a little no, not even chilled. I don't like the melty though. firm but soft. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Frozen squares of the gods. That was just, yeah. Yeah, Rice Krispie treats are very good. Don't know what the marshmallow ones are, but are. I like. Love for Halloween. I don't. I don't care for store bought Rice Krispie treats. People in America tamper with Halloween. No, that's not a thing. Um, there was an incident once where the parents had done it. They taste like plastic. Yeah. Yeah, they're not as good. They need to be like, you know. Oh, the shirt. For the record, Uncle Buck, I did my laundry last night. This is a clean shirt. I did my laundry last night, so this shirt is actually clean. Peanut butter and chocolate chips in mine. Yeah, I don't really do that. I just like the regular ones, you know? Shout out to Alien Holly's friend Julia. Holly says you're a useless pilot. Rice Krispies half onion. Yeah. Yeah, I just like yeah, regular Rice Krispie treat, you know, just nothing special done with them, you know? She needs to know it. Maybe, but I'm not taking the blame for it. For saying it to her. I'm making sure she knows you're the one saying it, not me. She's only a pilot in a game. Well, being a pilot in a video game is hard. Seriously, shit's borderline impossible. That's my mom. I should probably let her know that I did drop off the package. Forgot to let her know. Go do her walls before it gets too hot. I mean, I'm not gonna volunteer. If she tells me to do them, I'll do them, but I'm not gonna be the one to volunteer first. Just hope she forgets. Exactly. Julia crashed again. What game is she playing anyway? Is it just like one of those flight simulator games, or is it like a regular game where you don't normally fly, but then they throw in a flying section because fucking Video game developers love throwing in sections that have nothing to fucking do with the type of gameplay. Like, oh, you've spent the past few hours getting used to this being a third-person shooter? Well, okay. Now you gotta fly a plane. And the controls are shitty and awkward and don't work properly. Enjoy! I don't know why video game developers love doing that so much. Yeah, just, hey, yeah, let's throw in a completely different. Hey, Buttercup, let's throw in a completely different style of gameplay. Surely players will love that. I mean, the herbs. Sure, sure, players have hated it every single fucking time it's been done in any video game ever. But this time they'll love it. Do I drink soda? I drink Pop Shop brand soda on Saturdays. Can't remember the movie or actor, but they needed a pilot to land a plane, and he wasn't a pilot, but a gamer pilot. Well, that doesn't sound great. He did land it. Well, that's good. I guess spend enough hours on a flight simulator, you pick up a few things. Anyway, yeah. Point is, video games need to, like, video game developers need to realize that sudden changes in gameplay style almost always a pain in the ass. Like, if a game throws in a sudden forced stealth section, like a game that isn't normally stealth based suddenly throws in a forced stealth section. It usually sucks. Healthy to have occasional random rage. Or like you spend 95% of the game on foot, and then all of a sudden they put you in a vehicle. Or like menu driven RPG. And then, hey, have a quick platforming section. Like, I'm 20 hours into this game. Why are you throwing in a platforming section at me now? Or every fucking minigame in Final Fantasy VII. Fucking hated the minigames in Final Fantasy VII. Hated those fucking things. Not a single fucking one of them was well designed. What's that? There should be more minigames in Final Fantasy VII? I guess that's what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is for. Keenan Thomas, snakes on a plane. Yeah, it seems like something ridiculous enough for that movie. Seriously, I watched somebody play. Like, I watched a Let's Play of 7 Rebirth, and Jesus fucking Christ. Like, for every hour of plot, just a bit of chat, you got me doing a load of laundry now. That's adulthood. Like, for every hour of plot, there's like 3 fucking hours of mini games or fetch quests or just random bullshit that exists solely to pad out the playtime. You gotta find all the towers in the area. You gotta do this fucking Fort Condor minigame 5 times in each area. Oh, here's a minigame with some bot or something like that. Some bots. Gotta do that repeatedly. Collect all these things so you can try to get this optional summon. Fucking hell, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks like just an absolute fucking pain in the ass. Chantel's Rage is ever rub off on me. I mean, I always had a bit of a temper myself. I always had a bit of a temper before I ever met her. Yeah, like I'm still not sure if I actually want to get back to the Final Fantasy series. I know I sure as hell do not want to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Remake looked pretty good. Again, I watched Let's Play that. It looked pretty good. 7 Rebirth looked fucking miserable. Hey, Brooke. Like, it doesn't help that that section of 7 Because that was the section of 7 that I was like, the section of 7 that Rebirth covers, I was playing through it myself. What did you document number? That was a while ago. That section of 7 is not particularly tightly plotted. You know, like it feels like you don't really have a lot of direction for a long time. It's just go here so that you can go there. So you can then go off that way. But none of it has a real sense of progression. Or like intent. None of it has a real sense of intent. I think is I guess is sort of what it is. Definitely sword. No. Nah, I don't think it's my kind of game. If it's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, so it's like it's badly plotted. There's no real sense of direction, no real sense of importance. And Rebirth, you know, they did try to remedy that a little bit. You know, they did expand on some stuff. Tomodachi Life? No, no. Yeah, they expanded some stuff. They tried to, you know, they tried to make a lot of things feel like they mattered a bit more. But only so much you can do. So the game suffers from being based on a really, really badly plotted portion of the original. But they also just added so much padding. You know, making it sort of more of an open world thing. It felt as though they were just adding busy work to make the game feel longer. And like I said, lots of mini games. And like that's that even getting into fucking Gold Saucer. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, I hate the Gold Saucer in the original. The big letdown, yeah. We'll see if the final one, Revelation, I think Revelation. I think Final Fantasy VII Revelation is the third one in the series. We'll see if that one can stick the landing. I expect the plotting will probably be a little bit tighter compared to Rebirth. But yeah. Movie option. You mean watch the 7 movies? Or watch the Final Fantasy, like, you mean watch the Final Fantasy movies? Maybe. I do also have to admit to being soured on Square Enix as a company. Yeah, that's another reason that I'm company made a game I played, Dragon Quest Builders 2. I think so, yeah. I think Dragon Quest is a Squeenix game. But yeah, it's Square Enix is like they want to offload a huge amount of their QA to AI, which awful idea. But there's just like crossover between The Sims and Minecraft. Skynet, SquareNet. Yeah, Square Enix, just in general, Square Enix. Is strongly in favor of AI. want the Terminator as an Aeon, though. So yeah, it's hard to support. It's hard to. It's hard to really feel like playing a Square Enix game these days. Deus Ex or Ghost Runner. Yeah. Gonna get more water. I'll be back back in a minute. If you were stuck on an island with coconut crabs, then you're absolutely fucked. I was not aware of that. Tasty, apparently. Yeah, I'm not a fan of seafood, so I'll pass. Size of dogs. Climb trees to shred birds apart. About as strong as a lion. Why do lobsters have one claw bigger than the other? Because they're lopsided. Size dog. Country bird's part. Eat everything, including other coconut crabs. Why would anyone eat one? You do have to remember that Shelley is Australian. They have no fear. Or kangaroos are actually extremely mean. Apparently, yeah. What other animals from Odyssey seen? Otters. Your mom. Yeah. Press back on their pure muscle tails and kick you in the belly intentionally, trying to eviscerate you. That's why I've been observed punching fish for no other reason than spite. That's pretty funny. Snake skeleton? I have not. Nine pairs of ribs, and there's muscle between each one. Yeah. Otters are evil. I've mentioned before. Vokes wrote a article with the headline "The Case Against Otters: Necrophiliac Serial Killing Fur Monsters of the Sea." Google image it. I'm fine not looking at snake skeletons actually. Freaking otters. Otters sound sinister. Apparently they are. Damn, I forgot that today is Terrible Comics Day. I should have. I know it's an hour in, but I'm renaming my Honey Badger 2. Last week I dreamt of a spiny lobster hanging from the ceiling. I walked up to it with a cup and then said, gonna need a bigger cup. Yeah, I've retitled the stream. The stream is now titled Happy Terrible Comic Day. Was it Terrible Comic or Bad Comic Day? Terrible Comic Day. Hey, Blushface. And yes, it is 9 o'clock. Buttercup, where are you at? It's 9 o'clock, Buttercup. Where are you at? That's how Terrible Comic says. Keep dreaming. It's raining indoors and the walls are covered in huge insects. I think you're going to need to burn your brain down. Raining indoors, whatever. But the walls covered in insects, yeah, you're going to need to burn your brain down. I don't know how that would work physically, but it's got to be the only option. That's always my solution to insects is fire. Five times or so. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to need a lot of fire then. There you are, Buttercup. The walls are wet. I don't think fire will work. Hey, Donna. Just need more fire. Anyway. On a wildly different topic. Want to know a fun, thanks, Donna. Okay. Want to know a fun video, genre of video? People, non-Canadians, reacting to hockey hits. It's fun seeing people like non-Canadians, people like who do, don't watch hockey, reacting to compilations like the biggest hockey hits. Because like Canadians will watch and will be like, "Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a good one." Can only watch hockey for the violence. Like Canadians will be like, "Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good hit." And then you see like people from other countries watching, and like, "Oh my God, is he okay? That can't be allowed, can it?" It's just grew up with the Blackhawks. I'm used to it. Yeah, it's hilarious seeing how shocked people get, because they don't expect it. Because I mean, like, there aren't really any other sports that are like that. Football and rugby, or soccer. Like American football or rugby. You've got hard hits. You've got the tackles. Where people are getting hit pretty hard, but a tackle marks the end of the play. You know? And even then, tackles might not be that hard. I don't know how people play hockey. Someone running at me on ice is terrifying. Flip out just seeing snow. But like in hockey, wha-bam! Send the person flying. Play continues. Person just pops back to their feet, and everybody just continues going about, continues playing. Like it's just someone who never heard of rugby gets invited to watch a good old game of rugby, not knowing what to expect. Sounds busy. Yeah, hockey's more hardcore. Yeah, like they've got a lot of padding. Like it's important to note, a lot of padding. Um, but even so, like they're moving fast, and they're often getting hit really hard. And a lot of time they just pop back to their feet. One of the next Olympics. Uh, would there be? Would there be the? Did we have the Winter Olympics this year? This year was Winter Olympics, right? And then 2028 will be the next Summer Olympics. I don't even remember where the Olympics were this year. I haven't watched since 2012. brawls and punching. And yeah, that's another thing. I was watching a video last night of somebody watching hockey hits. And you know, there was a heavy hit, and then brawl started, a fight started, and she was like, "That's a thing." She was she talked about how she read heated rivalries. Yeah, she loved heated rivalries, and she thought the fighting in those books was just sort of literary license. Just something to show like how bad this dude is. Like, oh, this guy's so bad. He's even getting into fights at a hockey game. He's even getting fights in hockey. He's a bad dude. And meanwhile, real hockey, it's like Milan. Right. If a game ends without a fight having broken out, people are disappointed. There's a really old joke. I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out. It's just it's part of the game. And like any other sport, literally any other sport out there, aside from actual combat sports, but any other sport out there, you throw a punch, you're getting ejected. Yeah, American football. Yep. If somebody like does like a particularly, if there's like a particularly nasty tackle in a game, and the guy who got tackled gets up and throws a punch at the guy who tackled him, he's getting ejected. Weirdest sport you've heard of? I mean, probably a bunch of weird ones. Do like a good baseball fight? Yeah, and again, like that's like, you're probably getting suspended for a few games. Somebody like a fight breaks out at a baseball game, probably getting suspended for a few games. Hockey's the only one where it's literally a 5-minute penalty. 5 minutes behind. Oof. They're not even kicked out of the it's not even the rest of the period. Like they don't even sit out the rest of the period. It's 5 minutes. So yeah, this woman being like, "That's a thing? They fight in hockey? They can't. They're not allowed to fight, are they? They can't be allowed to fight, right?" Played badminton for the first time recently. So annoying. Why make the shuttlecock such a bizarre shape? Used to be called a smoke break. Yeah. Commonwealth. Yes, Canada does. Canada does take place in the Commonwealth Games. So just this girl going for like she's read heated rivalries, so she knows there's but she genuinely thought that fights in heated rivalry were just a literary device, that they weren't an actual thing. But no, they absolutely are. And yeah, just watching people who don't attendees watching people who don't watch hockey react to the hits, just they're always so shocked. And it's so funny. Favorite part of the Olympics is all the gossip during and afterwards regarding the participants. They always managed to make a new STI. Yep. Inventing in brand new STIs yet. These streets missing. Oh well, like Olympic athletes have a lot of sex. Like so much sex. They make super streams. Mutated. Yeah, I do always enjoy. Apparently, there's a was it this year? Or was it another year? Last year. Did they make the beds out of cardboard one year to limit the spreading? Want to hear a funny story? Sure. In 2025, Four Nations game, Team Canada and Team USA got into 3 fights over the course of 9 seconds. Of game time. The first 9 seconds of gameplay. 3 fights. As a kid, I stayed overnight at a friend's house. It would be middle of the night, but afraid to leave room. Found a fencing helmet under the bed and used that. Whatever works, I guess. Curling is a rough sport. Curling is a very strategic fight. Those aren't even watertight. Mexico's playing Scotland. Go Scotland. I'm rooting for Scotland, obviously. Nine seconds. Yeah. Curling is great, but I never understood why the aggressive sweeping. It's an elderly person sport. I mean, I've never had much interest in it, but there is genuine strategy in it. Like, a good curling play is genuinely a thing of a beauty. Aggressive to clean the house. Excited for GTA 6? No. No, I don't care about GTA. I imagine I'll probably watch a Let's Play of it. Probably. You're excited for GTA 6? I did see that apparently there's not going to be a physical, like there's not going to be any physical copy for it. What will they have in the Summer Olympics? Cliff diving? That same friend later poured water in my PS2. I mean, maybe it's because you pissed in her fencing helmet. Just waiting for it to come to PC. The new Go Fly Kite, Go Piss in a Fencing Helmet. But yeah, I did see that GTA 6 will not have any physical copy. It will be digital only. If you buy like the physical, if you go to buy a physical copy of GTA 6, it just has a download code inside, which that's not the digital only. All this mode is digital only. It is sketchy because it means you don't buy anything. Or it means you don't own it. Like, the fact that it's digital only means you do not own GTA 6. That $80, $70, $80, $100, whatever it costs. Is there a way to save it to a disc? I mean, maybe. They're different back then. But yeah, like, it's basically however much you spend on Grand Theft Auto 6, you do not own that game. That's my right designated place now, so I wouldn't know. Because at any time, they can just remove it from their servers and you know, but yeah, it's the digital only sucks. We're done with gone to quote a line from Cujo. Gonna take and use it as your profile pic. I want the dating game. They should bring back the dating game. Go to bed. I'm up early for Amazon to bring my turbojet fan. Yeah, depending on what time they bring it, yeah. Video out there of criminals that were on the dating game. Yeah, I think there are a few, yeah. Could be 7 a.m., could be 7 p.m. Yep. Whichever time you're not available for is when we'll arrive. Exactly. And if you are available for it, they'll just pretend you're not. If you're available, you get the wrong item. It'll arrive when I'm peeing in a fencing helmet. Exactly. Exactly. My Friday stream should probably be titled something like peeing in a fencing helmet or something. I won't be here tomorrow, so maybe does a pretty shade of purple like your shirt? But on the shirt? Yeah, unfortunately this shirt is black, so. Also, your toe probably shouldn't be purple. I return it after the heat wave. Keep it for next year. Next year's also going to be, next summer will be just as hot. Hope your childhood friend doesn't watch my streams. Dropped a set on it. Right. Doesn't hurt. Only hurt when it happened. Well, that's good. Does it hurt if you move it? Are you able to move it? And does it hurt if you move it? Stiff. I stubbed my left toe and clipped a nail on the right one too short. Looking at fencing things. I'm not. I am browsing Blue Sky. Looking up capacity size because I realized it's working. No. No, that would be gross to me. Pee goes in a toilet. Or a bush. Pee goes in either a toilet or some snow. People around these gutters placing boxes and apparently fencing helmets. But if you're peeing in snow, you gotta spell your name. You gotta be writing out your name in the snow. Something very wrong about peeing in something cube shaped. I'm judging. Consider your viewer demographic. Yeah. Yeah, most of my viewers can't pee their name in the snow. My mom said I can do whatever I want to do when I grow up. There is that, actually, yes. There is the funnel. The Shiwi, right. So yes, that is a real thing. You can't pee your name in the snow. Give views to Shiwi. Is that any good? Liberating. Men don't know how good they got it. It is pretty great. Not making a good impression of yourself. I think you're making a pretty good impression of yourself. I wanted to be a boy growing up so I could pee standing up and walk around with my shirt off. Fair, fair. It is pretty neat. Very convenient. His wife, minimal. I'm telling you, Alien Holly, you're like, yeah. This is absolutely, you have absolutely the right energy for this chat. I think Alien. Most people want to put me on tables and dissect me, but you guys just accept my fence helmet urinating nonsense. Yeah. We only discriminate against jerks. We don't take too kindly to jerks around here. But other than that, it's all good. Like octopus that punch fish. I mean, that one's kind of funny though, actually. That initially meant use it on your head for protection. But I'm sweetness incarnate. So sick of this global wedding. It's so hot here. Type of bullshit living at the bottom of the ocean. Oh yeah, there's some fucked up things in the ocean. SpongeBob and Patrick. That's the least of the fucked up shit down there. Squids have beaks. I did know that actually. Like a parrot, a water parrot. A murderous aquamarine bird. Yeah. It'll peck you with no remorse. Spread intelligence. They are very smart, yes. I'm Pisces and I actually love the ocean. I'm an Aquarius and I hate the ocean. Let me guess. Classic Aquarius behavior. That's the problem with horoscopes. They're vague enough that it's like literally any behavior that a person exhibits, like, oh yeah, that's totally, whatever. Pyramid's aligning with the stars. Mm. Yeah, it's like I tend to be a very skeptical person. Oh yeah, that's classic Scorpio. I tend to be a very gullible person. Oh yeah, that's classic Scorpio. I'm an optimist. Yep, you're definitely a Leo. I'm a pessimist. Yep, you're definitely a Leo. A danger to the kid. Walking an extremely narrow staircase in a pyramid and knows how to sell. Egypt would be pretty cool to visit. My mom visited Egypt like 50 years ago. It was a little less than 50 years ago, but before my brother was born. Need to go again as an adult. So, Egypt would be neat to visit. Remember Pushy Salesman? Yeah. But yeah, Pushy Salesman, that definitely tracks for Egypt, I think. I mean, it's a big tourist destination. I also feel like there's a bit of a cultural thing. Mount Everest is terrible now. Apparently, just so much garbage. Could you go to the moon if you had a free ticket? I mean, I don't know about the moon. Venus. Give the golden saucer. No. The problem with visiting Venus is you just know that that fucking Bananarama song would be everywhere. And like, it's not even that it's necessarily a bad song, but those Razor commercials got so annoying. And I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Guarantee you've heard it in a commercial for women's razors. If you've ever seen a commercial for women's razors, you've heard that song. Because for some reason, you just wanted me to sing it. For some reason, it's decided that that song has to be in every single commercial for women's razors. Maybe the women on Venus are ungodly hairy. I mean, well, I mean, like, how, do you want to be hairy in a really hot environment? I feel like when it's really hot, you want to, like, remove more hair. And Venus is pretty hot. Maybe the hair stops the heat reaching the skin. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. No landing strip. You know anatomy, though? I'm not great at anatomy. You need some new space conspiracies? Here's my space conspiracy. The reason Earth has never been visited by aliens is because space is so damn big, and the amount of time it would take to travel from one solar system to another just means that it's not worthwhile. Toilet shape on Venus versus fired by fencing helmets. There's my space conspiracy. We've never been visited by aliens because the distances involved are unimaginably large and make it so that, yeah, it's just genuinely not worthwhile for them to come. Yeah, footage style alien films. That's it. I'm gonna get going. I do work tomorrow, so won't be here. But thanks for watching, and good night.